Hi, everyone, and welcome to our weekly email video series. And I have with us the co-coordinators of the Inclusive Community Camp. So, Jody, do you just want to go ahead and introduce yourself?
So yes, thank you so much, Karen, and thanks, Jamie, for joining together virtually. I think in the spirit of Inclusive Community Camp, this is a great way for us to come together. My name is Jody Bartz. I am an assistant professor in the Department of Health and Human Development. One can also say that I am, at this point, the special education department on our campus and teach our EDSP courses on campus and most certainly guide and mentor students who are interested in entering the special education field.
I'm Jamie O Callahan. I'm the post-baccalaureate specialist in the Department of the Office of Field Placement and Licensure, and I'm the program coordinator for the Master of Arts in Teaching program here on campus as well.
Wait a minute. What if we could bring undergraduate SPED endorsement seeking students together with graduate rural MAT teachers, bring everybody to campus, create this camp, because inherently creative arts and health enhancement are camp-like activities. My students, for lack of better words, would work on modifying some of those activities. We would bring kids with and without additional support needs to campus and offer up a summer camp that would satisfy the field experience for all of these classes. That's how it came to be.
We saw a hole in our community where kids with and without support needs could join together in a fun camp to provide an opportunity for kids with support needs that they don't really have here in town. So we had 22 kiddos in 18 different locations across the state and country. Some were interacting virtually, some were in person. We used awesome technology using Swivel and our iPads and WebEx, and camp looked pretty different, but rather successful. The collaboration between the two groups of students was remarkable, and the feedback that we've received said that was one of the most valuable pieces. Our teacher ed students also got to interact directly with families and then learn about the kiddos through the families and then apply what they learned from the families directly to working with those kids. And they saw that as extremely valuable. So just the whole collaborative piece really filled the intent of Jody and I's original vision, even though it was conceived of quite differently, but it was successful in reaching those outcomes. So
great.
Yeah.
I think one of the visions and one of the core pieces, and one of the things that two things that I wanted to say. One of the highlights was when we got notice that camp was not going to happen as originally intended on campus, with the whole team that was involved. And there were education faculty and a whole slew of folks that were involved with this. Not a single person said, well, let's just not do this. It was, let's do this. And
Yeah.
It was super energizing because it was like, wow, I just got creative ideas flowing, and what can we do, and how can we really kind of turn the notch up on innovation, most certainly. The other piece of it was when we visioned Inclusive Community Camp as in a traditional in-person on-campus camp, there were some pieces that we had built in, be it a family interview and be it teaming and purposefully partnering up undergraduate and graduate students together. And we were actually able to stay true to a lot of those components. So the camp guides, if you would, the MSU students did a family interview with their camp family before camp, just to get a better snapshot of the kiddos that they would be working with. And we still stayed true to pairing undergraduate and graduate students together to offer up some focused reflection time at the end of each camp day where they could share out ideas. And Jamie and I were able to attend all of the team meetings to just touch base with them so they knew that the activities that they were doing, the recordings that they were conducting were of value and meaning, and we could also troubleshoot the situations that came up along the way.
So We've had a lot of help and support along the way, and so a big, huge thanks to all of those that have that let us run with this.